Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this a jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad ain't pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, I make pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like I'm keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard.
All right, Coach. U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A first carry now. This is Hill. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On second down, it's Hill. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On third down, Fields. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll go with Hill here on first down. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play. Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing in too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Operating from the gun, Fields. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. He's going through a rough patch throwing the football. 4 interceptions in that loss last week. Opening drive starts the game with a pick here.
But we did spend time with the head coach and the offensive coordinator and asked them, what did you see on tape? What did you see on film? And they talked about mechanics, making sure that he gets his feet underneath him, doesn't overstride, does a better job taking care of the football. And I think they're as shocked as anyone to see the first one of the game here in this one.
Yeah, he needs to start heeding their advice. On first down, Bowman. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 40-yard line. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Throwing on first down. Simon. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I like the play call. Roll him out. Give him a chance to run it or throw it. In this situation, he decided to fling it, but couldn't find his man open.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Off play action. Simon. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Hill. 4 yards the pickup, first down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
They stick on the ground on first down with Hill. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On the carry, it's Hill. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Looking to throw. Fields. Going left side, it's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 37. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Hill. And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. First down, and it's Hill again. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now here's Hill, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a 10th carry for Hill, and he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Back to throw. Fields. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
This is taken at his 4.
Let's go. Do it. First down and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings. Make that now 2 runs in a row that have netted them great results.
And it doesn't matter what kind of blocking scheme they're using, gap scheme, power scheme, zone running. They are finding people in those gaps and moving them and creating nice space for their runners.
On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves them with a 3rd down and 8. To throw on 3rd down, Simon. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. We've now seen 3 consecutive 1-yard gains, and it brings up 4th down. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Fields. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. This is taken at the 18. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Looking to throw. Simon. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards on the play. They'll run on 1st down. It's Bowman. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the gun, Simon. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bowman. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 40. Back to throw. Simon. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And this is caught. So he fakes the spike, and they get the touchdown. In for the score. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 17-3. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here.
It's a foot race. 30, 10, and he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again,
and again.
And again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
2nd and 5 at the 26-yard line.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Check your hot read.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Go
On first down, Simon looking deep downfield. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 54 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Davis. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their halftime hold now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Fields. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Fields. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. On first down, Bowman. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, second down. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. Now a give, right side. Valentine. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. On 1st and 10, Simon to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
On 2nd down, it's Bowman. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they're going to stop him short of the 20 with a penalty flag down. Well, what's the call here? So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Throwing on first down, Fields. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Flush to his right, so no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards, first down, Packers. Looking to throw. Fields. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Packers on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Rolling to his left. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
And the Packers first down.
Check now. Switch gears, switch gears.
On first down, Fields. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. To throw on 2nd down, Fields. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They come out here in the eye.
All right, here we go. Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get there. Switch.
But they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And that will shave one more off this lead. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all, and they're trying to get something going after one there, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Ready. Go to base. 51 combined. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take it with.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Packers' 47-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Off the play fake. Simon. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Simon. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Let's go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Back to throw. Fields. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Second and 10. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Looking to throw. Fields. He's going to fire one deep into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed?
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They'll try the left side. Valentine. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Here we go. 15 on it. 15 on it. Zoom.
Off play action. Simon escaping the pressure right. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off at the 18. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Looking to throw on second down. Simon stepping up. He's going to keep it. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So the punt rolls out of bounds, and they'll have pretty good field position here up near the 40-yard line.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Check 3, check 3, check 3.
To throw again, Fields. And an alley to run. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Here we go, here we go. Fix the outlaw. Hey.
Off the play fake. Fields. Now he's flushed out left. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
Give him 14 on the play. On 1st and 10, Fields. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down. Back to throw, Fields.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
2nd and 5. And the ball is knocked out, and the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll keep it on the ground. Valentine. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Off play action. Simon.
As I was watching the play unfold, my eyes immediately went to the referee because I wanted to see, was he going to put those 2 hands over his head and that universal signal for a safety? But it's at the 1-yard line. You know you're playing with fire when you get sacked that close to the goal line.
Tonight's final score.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter